Athletic Everyday, day number 68. Coming at you with an upper body day, and this one is in a climbing gym. So, my girlfriend does rock climbing, and to make the workout so that more logistically viable with what we wanted to do together today, I decided to do the workout in the climbing gym. And most climbing gyms would generally have a set of pull-up bars, maybe even a squat rack and a barbell. And luckily enough, this gym actually had pretty much all of the equipment I wanted to do my workout with. So really pleased with that. Managed to get a new PR today on my weighted muscle ups, which is really cool. I was always kind of gunning for that 10 kilo. You want to go for the double digits on the weighted calisthenics movements. And yeah, to be honest, the form felt really good. It's kind of unusual that I record from this angle. Actually, I almost never record a straight on, dead on angle. But one thing I have noticed from watching this angle is even on attempts when it's like a relatively lightweight, my left shoulder is still always a little bit out of place. It's almost like I'm trying to do like a mini, like really minimal chicken wing when I'm sort of getting my left arm over first. And you'll see when I do fail a rep later on, if I can't remember whether I edited it in or not, but my left shoulder kind of pops up first. I'm going to chicken wing that way. So I'll chicken wing the left shoulder up first, then the right one, which says to me that maybe my left scapula is a little bit more elevated. Maybe it has less control. I don't have maybe as much control of the scapular depressors on that side. I'm not really sure, but yeah, whenever I fail, I'll always try and get my left arm up and over first for whatever reason. But yeah, 3 sets of 3 with 7.5 kilos. Sorry, 3 sets of 3, and then the first set was 5 kilos. Did 2 sets of 7.5 kilos, and then I went for a single on that one set. So I actually did 3 by 3 and then one set of 1 with plus 10 kilos. So went really well on those, and I'm excited to do those next week as well. I think the way that I'm mixing up the volume and the intensity with this movement pattern, the muscle ups, where I'm doing a weighted pull up on one day, I'm doing just regular unweighted muscle ups on another day, and then I'm doing weighted muscle ups on another day. I'm sort of hitting every area of that force velocity curve, which is quite nice. Then these push presses went really well. Thoroughly enjoyed doing these because I think I might have nailed the form today. I feel like my form felt different today. It felt like the weight moved a lot more kind of snappily. Now, I'm not sure if what I was doing here was actually a push press or whether it was kind of like a mixture between a push jerk or like a power jerk and a push press. But I feel like when I finished this lockout, it felt really snappy. Like I was sort of getting underneath the bar rather than trying to push it up. So that rep right there was probably more like a push press. But then this next rep here, you'll see I'm sort of, I think it might be the next one actually, but you'll see I'm sort of actually pushing myself underneath the bar rather than trying to push the bar upwards. I'm sort of dipping underneath and letting my knees go underneath. Let me know in the comments if you guys think that is a cheat on that rep. If maybe push presses should be done differently. It does seem like a very subtle and kind of like nuanced difference, but I do find that these reps were really easy compared to how they were on Saturday when I last did push presses. So let me know what you guys think, what the difference in the form looks. In fact, I actually decided to go down the weight on the last set because I thought that the form was, if the weight felt too easy, there's no way that you can improve that much. So yeah, you can see there I'm sort of dipping my knees underneath. So yes, the push presses felt good, but maybe they felt a little bit too good for how this workout went. But, nonetheless, still pushing heavier weights, 80, 85 kilos for triples quite easily. So I'm pretty happy with that. But yeah, I think I need to iron out the form a little bit. I feel like I'm trying to dip underneath too much with my legs rather than actually to push the weight with my upper body, which is what my main goal is. I think obviously the push press is you're getting most of the power from the legs, but you can control with which portion of the range of motion you start taking over with your upper body as to how much of this movement is an upper body movement. So that last rep there, you saw there, see how I sort of dipped under with my knees, and then a sort of last portion of the movement is like a mini quarter squat when I'm pushing myself up. Front levers today I decided to do on the rings. I don't know why. I had the option to do them on a bar, obviously. But I saw the rings hanging there and I was like, yeah, let me give it a try. And it is definitely a different stimulus to use the rings for this. It's I'd say it's not necessarily more difficult or more easy, it's just different. And the rings obviously provide less stability, so you're having to dynamically control your body and not to try not to let that perturbation of the rings force you to sway side to side too much. But the actual movement of the front lever raises and the front lever negatives is more or less the same. You know, you're still your body weight. It's just that the rings are swaying a little bit, which I guess you could say maybe adds a little element of difficulty. But for the most part, I think that they went okay. I think having done everything else previously in this workout, so the muscle ups and the push press, really did feel like it fatigued my upper body. So by the time I got round to doing these front levers, I was more or less gone. Like my grip strength was gone. You know, I don't know what it is about holding onto rings. It's different from holding onto a bar, and maybe the lack of stability forces the grip strength to work a bit harder. Who knows? But yeah, that was front levers, the front lever raises and front lever negatives, and then I finished up with some loo raises with dumbbells because I felt like doing with dumbbells. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Workout went pretty good, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Thank you very much for watching.